today. Hey, I have some friends saying hi. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm glad you like the song. Perfect. Okay, I'm Jamie. We're going to do Pilates today, abs and glutes. Let's get started. We're going to lie on our backs here. Bum-ba-dum. Okay, pelvic tilts. I'd like you to gently rock your pelvis backwards and forwards here. Backwards, good, and forwards. As you go back, notice how your back presses into the mat. And as you go forward, notice how it creates a little space. I'd like you to put your thumbs in your pinkies, your thumbs on your rib cage, your pinkies on your hip bones. Rock backwards, notice how the space decreases. And rock forward, notice how the space increases. The exercises today will go through these various motions of your rib cage and your pelvis. When you go backwards, that's called posterior pelvic tilt, and the rib cage and the pelvis come close together. When you go forward, it's called anterior pelvic tilt, and the space increases. In between is what's going to be called your neutral spine. A lot of these exercises will test and challenge your capability to keep the relationship between your rib cage and pelvis the same. Okay, let's do some marching here. Anchor the back of your pelvis into the mat. As you anchor that, slowly float one leg up. Good, and bring it back down. And switch, and back down. Find your breath, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Change it up. Exhale, and inhale. And exhale, and inhale. Just enjoy your marching here. Imagine that your thighs are two little slices of bread in their toaster slots. Don't let your legs go wonky like this. In their own slots. Every piece of bread has their own space here. Okay, now we're going to go up, up, down, down. Keep your pelvis and your back anchored. Down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Now, bring both legs up. Again, feel the weight at the back of your pelvis. Have your thumb and pinkies come a little bit closer. That brings your ribs down. There you go. And slowly lower one leg. And exhale, bring it up. Slowly lower the other leg. Exhale, bring it up. Good job. Remember the energetic connection between your inner thighs. Great. For those of you who want an additional challenge, you can start to lower and straighten one leg in front of you and then bring it back up. As you do this, remember not to let your ribs flare out. Anchor your pelvis and ribs down. And switch and back up. And 5, up, and 4, up, and 3, up, and 2, up, and 1. Great job. Give yourself a nice hug. Roll it side to side. Okay, next, we're going to do lower trunk rotation. Feel your contact points of your rib cage, your back, and your pelvis on the mat. I'd really like you to keep your contact points on the mat as long as possible until the very end. So what's going on, we're going to allow the knees to drop slowly towards one side, and slowly you'll notice your pelvis peel off, your back, and try to keep your ribs on for this one. There you go. Exhale to return. Good. Slowly peel off the other way. Nice. And exhale to return. And inhale. And zip it up. Exhale. What do I mean by that? Inhale, slowly peel. Exhale, zip from top to bottom. Rib cage, pelvis, and legs. Good. One more time each side. And exhale. And the other side. Good. And exhale. For an additional challenge, let's bring your legs up to tabletops. Ground your sacrum here. Now I really want you to think of your trunk being like a Lego here, okay? Tip the Lego towards one edge. Good. Nice. Exhale, bring back towards center. Tip the Lego towards the other side. And exhale, back towards center. Keep your thighs in line with each other. Don't let them be slippery chopsticks here. Keep them parallel. You got it. And exhale. Nice work, y'all. Good. For an additional challenge, when you reach the side, try straightening your legs. Or you can just straighten one leg. Good. And bring it in. And rock. Straighten your legs. Good. And bring it in. One more time each side. Straighten. And bend. And in. Side. Straighten. Bend. And in. Perfect. Okay. Give yourselves a nice hug. Nice rocking. Okay. Elongation next. I'd like you to think about anchoring your pockets into the mat, okay? As you've noticed, the concept is we're anchoring our stability, our core powerhouse here as we do movement distally or farther away. When we really anchor our center, that helps us really get to express and have more motion, fluidity, and stability of motion. Okay, we got our pockets anchored, straighten one leg, and energy through your legs. We're going to go up and down, and up and down. Imagine like you're telescoping your legs from your hip socket here. It's kind of like you're painting, you're painting a rainbow here. So let's go red and orange and yellow and green and blue and violet and indigo. I think I messed those up. Let's do the other side. Okay. Anchor your pelvis here. Energy shoot through your toes here. Ready? Here we go. And red and orange and yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I think I got it that time. You guys will have to correct me. Okay, so for those of you who want an additional challenge, one leg stays bent, anchor the pelvis into the mat, very nice. We're gonna go here, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. You can lift your head. Imagine a magnet between your inner thighs, so there's a relationship between your right and your left side. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Coordinate the breath. Good. And 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Great job. That took forever, but you did it. All right, so now we're introducing the concept of a chest lift and connecting our top and lower halves of our body. You're welcome to put your hands behind your head. I'd like you to feel the weight of your head in your hands. So you just kind of cradle your head and just really allow your hands to accept the weight of your head. This helps reduce any straining of your neck. Okay, I'm going to use one hand so you can see me here. I remember the rib cage and pelvis concept. I'd like you to imagine like you're sending your ribs down towards your pelvis as you come up. Take a breath. Good. And lower back down. Nice. Send your rib cage and sternum down towards your pelvis. Good. Take a breath. Nice. And come back down. Fantastic. One more time here. Great. Now we're going to do it at a diagonal here. I'd like you to send one armpit towards your opposite thigh. What does that look like? Rotation and back. Twist and back. Notice I didn't say your elbows to your knees. That's something else, because that kind of cranks your neck a little bit more than you need to. So think about the armpit towards your thighs. It's kind of like you're rotating about an axis, like an axis up towards my head. It's more of a rotation versus a huge lift. If you'd like to, you can add the legs. Doing a good job. Relax the weight of your head in your hands. Smile through your collarbones, widen your chest. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself another breather and another hug. Okay. This next one, we're going to come up to sitting position here. And if you'd like to put a pillow underneath your butt, I would recommend that. We're going to be sitting kind of at an angle here, so I have more weight on one butt cheek here. And I'm going to be really long through my neck here. I'd like you to imagine like you're Cleopatra and someone is feeding you grapes, so you find length through your neck and your shoulders. No slouching or collapsing like this, because that's going to be crunchy. So long through your neck. Ground your pelvis. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, slide your legs. Good. Nice. So notice I'm at an oblique angle here. Create some space between your ears and your shoulders. If you'd like an additional challenge, imagine that you've got a little grape underneath your feet, and can you hover like this? Yes. No squishing the grapes under your feet. You're doing good. Additional challenge, let's do the whole crunch. Yes. You're doing great. I will survive. Yes. You're doing good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Let's do the other side. I'm just going to swivel so you can see me. Put your weight on your other butt cheek, Cleopatra neck. Anchor your pelvis long and tall through your spine. Slide and slide. And slide and slide. Great job, y'all. And hover for no grape smushing. And the whole expression if you'd like to. Good. Find your breath. Easier to exhale on the effort. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good job, y'all. That was obliques. Let's get a nice stretch here. Spread like a starfish. The next thing we're going to do is rolling. Rolling is one of my favorite exercises because that's how we developmentally strengthen our core. If you notice babies, you're not going to be like, baby Colton, come do sit-ups with me. No, baby Colton is going to roll, and that's how he's going to learn how to use his core. So start on one side, and I'd like you to exhale, roll into fetal position onto your side, and return back towards your nice long starfish here. See if you can do it. Exhale in a nice and controlled manner. Try not to wobble. You got it? Some of you may prefer to do it with a bent knee here. That's totally fine. You can do bent knee in, and then keep it bent as you go out. That's a nice modification. For you guys who'd like an additional challenge, you may hover, a little hollow body hold, and then come in. You got it. And return back to the hover. Remember, ribcage and pelvis comes together here. So just kind of explore this motion. Nice. One more. Doing my fancy wrist here. Yes. Okay. Do your other side. Long starfish. Okay. Here we go. In. And just really, this is a nice self-exploration moment here. Find your breath. Good. If you'd like a challenge, you can hover your feet, hollow body hold, thumb and pinky. Remember that concept? They come a little bit closer together. Notice how your back imprints into the ground. Boop. Are you guys tipping over yet? Okay, good. That was a really nice slow down here. We're finally getting off our backs and onto our sides for leg swings. Okay, you can have a slight bend to your bottom knee just for stability. And I'd like you to swing forward, flex your foot. This is modern dance here. And backwards, point. There you go. Forwards flexed and backwards point. And inhale and exhale. For an additional challenge, straighten out your bottom leg. Inhale and exhale. Breath is a tool, not a rule, so you can use breath to help. You can also use breath to challenge. I just like to cue it so you know that you're not holding your breath. Good. Notice that this is not just really a leg exercise, but it's a core stability exercise. If I wasn't using my core, I'd probably tip on my tummy like that, right? So this is a really nice way to work on kind of like anti-rotation motions here. You're doing great. Okay. Now for a little self-expression, you're going to zip through the inner thighs here. And you're going to développé up. And zoom, energy through your inner thighs. Inhale. Good, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Great. While we're here, heels are going to lift up. We're going to do a nice lifting of the top leg and back down. And open. And back down. Keep your hip points forward, maybe even angled down in front a little bit here. This will help really work your gluteus medius muscle. Medius as in like the middle, not medius as in like steak meaty. I don't know if that was an appropriate joke, but you know what I mean. Yes. Are you feeling the burn? You're doing great here. Fantastic. Now for those who'd like an additional challenge, bring your leg back and open and close. So now my whole leg is coming up. In fact, I actually feel my bottom butt cheek working. Who would have thought? Good job, Jamie. Good. Okay. Now, top leg is going to straighten back behind you. Again, I'd like your hip points to point forward or a little bit down. Keep that thumb and pinky a little bit close together so we know our core is on. We're going to do little pulses here. A lot of this music is kind of syncopated, so it's hard to keep on beat, but this song's actually okay. Okay, and little circles back. Baby circles. Baby shark, do 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 do. Doing good. It's like making a Cheerio here. Find your breath. Great. Now we're going to do pushbacks. You're going to flex that foot forward and in. And exhale, push it back. Nice. Inhale. And exhale, push it back. Notice my hips are still pointed forward and I'm not rolling back like that. That's going to be kind of crampy at the front of your hip. You should feel this in your butt. Do you all feel this in your butt? Doing a good job. And 5. In. And a 4. In. And a 3. In. And a 2. In. And a 1. Good. Those are super slow exercises. All right. So, for the additional challenge, you guys want a challenge? You're going to prop up onto your forearm here. So just like our Cleopatra neck and arms, I don't want you sinking into your shoulder like this because that's going to be super crunchy. So Cleopatra neck and shoulders here. We're going to lift your hips up. And in fact, why don't we just do a double whammy exercise? More bang for your buck. Clamshell your top leg and your bottom leg. So I'm starting on my hips and I'm lifting up. Nice. If you're super sore right now or find this like it's beyond your level, you can start doing the clamshells here. You can do a plank and a clamshell up here. So you've got lots of options. This is one of those exercises that can be modified and challenged for all levels. Doing good. Now, stay up in your plank position. Can you inhale, stretch your arms and legs far apart from each other. Reach the energy through your fingertips and your toes. Notice how, well, my bottom butt cheek burns. Yes, good. And exhale, bring it in. Inhale and reach. Cleopatra, shoulders and necks. And exhale, bring it in. And inhale and reach. Can you lift it up? Good. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Let's do the other side. Okay. So where were we? Leg swings? Okay. Inhale, flex. And exhale back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Good. For an additional challenge, straighten your bottom leg. For an even more additional challenge, take your hand out of the picture. Can you balance here? It's your core, it's your obliques that are working. Who would have thought? Is anybody's butt sore on this side? Good. Okay. Heels up. Baby clamps. Hips pointed down. Fantastic. Keep on breathing. Doing good. Okay, pulses. Top leg behind you. Remember, point your hips downwards. Little pulses. My leg is kind of behind you. I don't know if behind me. I don't know if you can see that, but for you science people out there, it's a little bit of hip extension, abduction as it's going up, internal rotation as I'm pointing my hip down. For what you actually really need to know, it's a 3-dimensional motion that gets us the strongest. Go ahead and do your circles. If you think about soccer, or in some places football players who kick the ball, they're not just going to kick it straight on. They're going to do this whole loop-de-loop and kick it because you're strongest in 3-dimensional motions. That's why we're doing this here, folks. Okay, pushbacks. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. This is kind of your running. Do I have any runners here? I have, I think, one Instagram post that talks about doing this type of exercise at the wall. That's really applicable to running. It's definitely a butt burner. Okay, good. Prop onto your elbows. Here we go. Cleopatra neck. And open. And close. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. You're doing good. clamshells. There's the pearl. There it's not. Okay, now go ahead and reach long through your fingertips, through your toes, so far apart from each other. There you go. Find how your bottom butt cheek is stabilizing you, and bring it back in. And exhale, be long. Good. And bring it back in. Good. All the way up there, hold. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. That was a lot of butts. I was going to keep going, but I think we need to stretch your butts. That would be nice. Okay. So you might have noticed this figure 4 stretch. Cross one ankle over your thigh. Weave your hands through your thigh. And use your foot as an arrow. So my foot is pointing that way towards you. So I'm going to rock my hips towards you. Notice how you feel a stretch at the back of your hips. Good. And bring it back. And rotate. Good. And bring it back. Nice. One more time. Good. Switch legs. Ankle crosses over your thigh. Hand weaves through your legs to grab this thigh. And my top foot is my arrow. I'm going to rock towards that direction. And back towards center. And rock. And back towards center. One more time. Okay, very nice. Let's get off our backs here. We're going to be in hands and knees position next. Fix your clothing. Okay, here we go. So, this is a concept where gravity's really going to test your back. If I wasn't using my rib cage or my pelvis or my core, I'd probably sag like a hammock like this. My thumbs and pinkies on my ribs and pelvis, bring them together so they come closer together. That helps find your core. All right, so keep that in mind. So we're going to go out, out, in, out, in, out, out, in. Great job, y'all. And exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Now elongate one leg so far behind you, it keeps elongating so much that it just floats up. Good. And then bring it back in. Switch to the other side. Elongate it so far that it just floats up. Notice how that really helps keep it to my leg and not using my back. You may see people who use their back a lot or lift their leg too high, and that's not fun on their backs. So remember, just think about elongating. Yeah, I don't care how high you go. It's just a matter of finding the length through your spine. Am I talking too much? It might be. Okay, let's try one arm, one leg. Before we do that, can you find the weight in one hand? Press that hand into your mat. Press it so much that your other hand can tap your tummy. Good, and back down. Press your other hand so much that the alternate can touch your tummy. Good. Notice how before you lift a limb, you gotta put your weight on the other side, right? In front. Good. Good. Go ahead and try one leg, one arm. They basically just elongate from each other. Good. More length than up. Great. And switch. Again, long, long, long. Make sure that your head is not cranking up or down. Just gaze down in front of you. Good. One more each side. You got it. Good. Can you do some kind of breaststroke arms here? So out, to the side, and back in. I caught my back wanting to arch. So you might tune in with yourself to see if yours did too. And 3. Woohoo! and 2, and 1. Let's do the other side. Good job. Long through your fingers and your toes. And 3, and 2, and 1. Great. Baby clams here. One leg's going to come out to the side and back in. Out to the side and back in. I want you to notice that when I'm doing this, my standing leg is super straight vertically as one leg goes out to the side. I try not to tip over and collapse there because I actually want you to use your standing butt to really ground that leg as your other lifts up. It's actually harder than it looks. So ground your standing thigh, keep it vertical as your other leg lifts up. Go ahead and switch. Ground your thigh as the other one lifts. Good. Keep that vertical. Keep going. I'm just gonna tap my computer. Tap. Okay, still good. Where were we? Oh, let's go to push-up position. So for those of you who'd like an additional challenge, same thing in push-up. Little clams. If this is really challenging, then stay on your knees just as we did. You got it. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Switch sides. Try not to stick your butt up or arch your back. Easier said than done. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come into your downward dog stretch. A nice stretch is nice after you've been doing agility exercises. If you'd like to lift one leg up like I feel like doing, you can do that. Good. And switch legs. Take your breath. If you were holding your breath, this is a nice time to breathe. Good. Okay. Last exercise in plank position. We'll finally come up into standing, and then it'll be like, what's up? Okay. Forearm plank. You can either do this on your knees or on your hips. Knees version is just going to be a little bit of side to side rotation here. This is nice for your obliques. Okay? For those of you like a challenge, come up onto your feet and notice how I'm keeping a nice connection between my ribcage and pelvis. No sagging. I'm just twisting. You got it. Get your Cleopatra necks and shoulders here. Smile through your collarbones. Good. And 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Huzzah! Come to your child's pose stretch. Give yourself a hug in this position. Breathe through your back. Now try breathing through your ribs. I think it's really cool to find that three-dimensional breathing. A lot of times, people breathe mostly from their chest, mostly from the front. So child's pose is one of those positions where you can find your breath in the back. Okay, let's stand up. Give a nice stretch. Stretch to the side. Can you breathe through this opposite rib cage? Feels nice to expand, huh? Good. And the other side. Breathe through this rib cage, the one that's facing up towards the ceiling. Good. And let's do some neck rolls. I just got a few pops in my neck. Switch to the other side. Great. Okay. Our final concepts that we're going to do here involve a squat. Everybody loves a good squat. Great for daily life activities. Okay, so I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. I would like you to put one hand on your tummy and one hand on your back. And to do this squat, I'd like you to try to keep those parts flat so they don't arch this way or hollow this way, okay? See if we can keep those things flat. Stick your butt out as you squat. Can you feel stretching your butt and your hamstrings? I can. And then come back up. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. And up. Good. Now we're going to do a challenge here and start getting towards one leg. So the same position of your spine, you're just going to bevel one foot. I don't know that you can actually see me in this view, but just, you know, my knee bone's connected, my shin bone connected, my foot bone. Okay, you know where my foot is now, okay? So that leg is just a kickstand behind you, and you're going to do a squat here. So I'm basically putting like 90% of my weight on the standing leg and 10 on my back leg. If I even wanted to, I could lift. I can lift that back leg up. This is essentially what I'm doing, but before we get there, I just like you to kickstand your foot. Good, and switch. Kickstand your other foot. Keep that same flat back. Anybody feel your butt working? I hope so. Good. Okay. Rotation is next. So, hands in a prayer position. Pray this will be done soon. We're doing that same squat. I just turned to face you. That's all, okay? So, I'm basically not putting much weight on this leg. It's just there. Kickstand. Squat. The same flat back. Rotate. Good. De-rotate. And come up. Squat. Rotate. Hi, neighbors. And come back up. Concepts. As you rotate, don't let your knee go in. That looks like a problem. Keep your knee kind of pressed out like those clamshells we did. Good. Switch sides. Okay. So the position I'm in, if you didn't catch it, is this. But I'm just facing you up because I haven't gotten to do that yet. Okay. Rotate. Keep that knee from collapsing in. Good. And come back to center. Up. Good. One more time. Okay. Now for our finale is our sliding back lunge. Similar concepts. You came to this glutes and abs class, so we're working our glutes and abs. What you're going to do now is your chest is going to stay vertical over your foot. Let me just show you. Stop talking, Jamie. It's going to look like this. Notice how my chest is staying forward. I'm not doing a back lunge. That's heck of quads here. I'm keeping my chest forward so I get my working butt. Dun, dun, dun. And 3, 2, and 1. And switch. If you'd like to add some arms, you can. Yes. And you. And you. Backing arms. Good. And 3. And 2. And 1. Ta-da! That's my gymnastics salute. All right, y'all. Thanks for doing Pilates, glutes, and abs with me. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys got sweaty. Hope you learned something about your core, your butt. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments or contact us. Yeah, so thanks so much everyone for joining, and I will see you next time.